Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Today we are from group 3 are going to present about our final report under the title the Zero Hunger Project. Since we choose the SDGs number 2, which is the Zero Hunger, and the chosen object is Ampera Azzahra. These are the member of our group. The first one is Bang Rachel Perdana Mahendra, and then Muhammad Riditya Farhan, and Anissa Yudianingsi, and then Teguh Hardiansyah, and Kanak Maharanata. So the background of this project is the health, economic well-being, people happiness, and standard of living, also the public opinion and the number of families with children who are healthy and happy are all indicator of welfare. According to BPS data, there are around 370,000 or 6.63% of the population in West Sumatra are either below the poverty line or unable to meet their basic necessity. One of the SDGs goal is by 2030 end the hunger and ensure access by all people, in particular the poor and people in vulnerable situation, including infants, to save nutrition and sufficient food all year round. Next is about objective, outputs, and impact. The objective of this project was forms that aims to reduce the percentage of hunger in Padang. And the output of this project is the provision of free foods to people in need under the name of a business brands. But this free food comes from business consumer who donate the foods. Last about the impact of the project. The first one is for the business owners, being able to improve the brand and image of the business as a form of sustainable marketing. And next, for the consumer, can contribute to social activities. And for the community or the target of project is can meet the energy needs through the food provided. The industry profile. Ampera Azzahra is defined as a food and beverage business. Food is, as we know, food is the main primary need, so the existence of a culinary business can easily develop and survive in the long term. Ampera Azzahra itself has many Minang foods that are liked by the community. Ampera is also a place for the food industry that is easily accessible by any groups. So that is industry is widely looked at as a new business. And for the company profile, Ampera Azzahra is a small business that sells famous local dish from Minang. They sell the main dishes that adapt to the local taste. The dish is called nasi bungkus. They provide various kind of menus such as rendang, canjang, gulai tunjang, ikan karang, ikan bakar, and so on. Additionally, Ampera Azzahra is located in Jalan Jati Baru, Kecamatan Padang Timur, Kota Padang. The location of this business is a crowded places, so allowing the sellers to increase the cash flow of business. This strategic area allows the business to improve its scale to reach the new consumer. This is about our design of sustainability marketing strategies and program. The first one is we invite the customer to implement these goals, and then running the system. The running system will be conducted by asking the customer to donate based on the available menu. And then they have to pay based on their order and chosen meals for donation. The introduction of this program will be presented by using the banners and whiteboard as description of the program and the name of the donator and the donation as well. The cashier is also responsible to ask every consumer to join this program by explaining explaining it to them after every transaction. And the last one is the distribution of each donation will be delivered to people who need it that are surrounded by Ampera Azzahra or a certain area in Padang. The next is about budgeting and projection will be presented by Teguh to Teguh Timeshares.
Alright, the next is budgeting and projection. The environment surrounding Azzahra is dominated by employees. Related to the purpose of the SDGs program suggested by the group project is no hunger. Considering the cost of the program is unlimited, it is impossible to be paid by the same person because the program will continue. Hence, we use the humanity of the Azzahara's consumer because the consumer is one of the another, so the program will create interest in new customer. The Azzahra donator is as we mentioned before, Azzahra donator is not just the consumer, but people that have the interest to set their money. Assume the customer average of Ampera Azzahra is 1,750 people in a week. Donator is 5% from customers. In every week, the customer increases by 2.5%. Projected, the donator is 5% from the customer, which is 80%. Each of them is put into portion, which is 176 portions. All right. It is the projection of the project. The total of the cost in week 1 is 250,000 in week 1. In week 2 is 10,000 and continually until week 4. It is the sales projection before the donation program. As we based on the business, Ampera Azzahra is sells the portion 12,000 per portion, which is the customer is 1,750% in week 1 and continually increase to 2.5% in each week. So the sales in week 1 is 21 million and continually increase 2.5% in continue in next week. So the sales projection of the donation program, it's the show the significantly impact to the profit of the Ampera Azzahra, which is the increasingly is almost 2,100,000 rupiah. In week 1 is 23,100,000 rupiah. In week 2 to 23,600 rupiah, and week 4 is 24,800 rupiah. Cost of goods sold before donation is accumulated by based on the budgeting before. The customer in continually increase 2.5% in each week. So the cost of goods sold in Ampera Azzahra is 10,250 rupiah, and as a result, based on the sales projection before, cost of goods sold of Ampera Azzahra in week 1 is 17,937 rupiah, and week 4 is 18,800 rupiah. So after the donation, it seemed the proof the significantly impact to the sales of Ampera Azzahra, which is the increasingly in week 1 19 million until the week 4 is increased 21 million. As before, in week 4 before donation is 18,800,000 rupiah.
Okay, thank you, Teguh. The next slide will be explained by Farhan to Farhan, time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Teguh and Fiona. As Teguh mentioned before about the sales and cost of goods sold, and we can say that there's the cash flow, and we can say that there's inflow and outflow. But first, let we see the before donation program. In the inflow, there is a revenue from selling, which is in the week 1 is 2021 21 million, and then in the outflow is total is 20,800,000. But in after donation program, the cash flow in operational activities of inflow, there's revenue in from selling, which is in the week 4 is total cash inflow in week 4 is 24,832,500, and the outflow is in total of week 4 is 200,000, and the total cash flow is 24,633,500. This is the income statement. As I mentioned before, there's income statement from the revenue. This the before of donation. The revenue in week 1 is 21 million, and the week 2 is 21,525,000, and week 3 is 22,050,000, and in the week 4 is 22,572,000. With the cost of goods sold in the week 4 is 19,292,812.50, and then if we go into the gross profit in the week 4, you can get the 3,289,000 with the expenses that consists of electricity, which is 200,000, and the total expenses is still 200,000, which is consists of the electricity, and the EBT is 3,500,625. And after donation, we can conclude that from the sales of the plus the donation, the earning after tax we can get in the week 4 is 3,079,265 rupiah.
Okay, thank you, Farhan. The next is about implementation that will be presented by Anissa. To Anissa, time's yours.
Okay, thank you, Fiona. The next is implementation process. The first process is counseling. Counseling on project procedures to Azzahra owners. The activity is notify the procedure for recording and distributing donation from customer. Next. Okay, the next is banner placement and donation board placement. The banner placement on the December 1, 2022, and the banner is posted next to the entrance so that it can be seen by visitors or people passing by. And this is done to attract interest. Next. This picture is the project promotion via social media. Promotion of this project is carried by every day through the social media of our members. Proof of the last promotion that can reach 68 users, and it is hoped that people who donate can reach 68 people or more. Next. The next is update donation. The first update is 1 December. It is the placement of the board. Until 3 December, we have two portion of donation, and until 5 December, we have 5 portion. Next. Until December 2022, we have 22 portion of nasi bungkus, and the last update for the 26 December to 2022, we have 25 portion of nasi bungkus.
Okay, thank you, Anissa. The last few slides will be presented by Bang Rachel. To Bang Rachel, time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Fiona. Distribution of donations. Distribution of donations is carried out directly by the owner. However, for now, donations have not been distributed because donation will be distributed on week. Next slide. Okay, this is documentation donation distribute in order to achieve our sustainable goals, which is to solve the hunger problem. We distribute the food donation to the communities around Jati area in Kota Padang. The next slide. Okay, impact on the company and product. The first is give a positive impact the company brand image since it significantly changed the audience view. The next is engagement of the company is increased along with brand awareness because the audience get to know the new brand. Next is increase the company's amount of product sales because of the nation activities. The next is the increased operational activity will have a direct impact on the company's cash flow and financial performance. And the last is because increased revenue will allow the company to make more decisions and expand the business and will have an indirect impact on society. Next slide, please. Buffer and contingency. The first is the scenario people are not aware with the zero hunger. The impact is a high. This project can help hungry people. The preparation is spread more info to make people more aware of the environment. The response is taking friends and families to make them help to spread the info. Okay, the next is promotion of the scenario, promotion of the project, so social media campaign. The impact did not get the desired target. The preparation is develop content to reach audience concerned about problems occurred. The response is update content and add promotional media. And the last is the scenario price increase a portion of nasi bungkus. The impact is a high inflation uncontrolled influence ability of customer to buy. The preparation is adjust the compost of nasi bungkus portion, and the response is a fixed price with adjustment of nasi bungkus portion. Maybe that's all for me. Back to moderator.
Okay, thank you, Bang Rachel. Well, maybe that's all from our project presentation. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.